Here's an update on Disney's failure to respond to the anti-LGBTQ legislation in Florida. As a reminder, the Don't Say Gay bill, as it's referred to, bans discussions of LGBTQ identity and inclusion in classrooms from kindergarten to third grade. It also opens teachers and schools up to lawsuits if they do discuss, and it features a lot of vague language that many fear could be weaponized to further discriminate against the LGBTQ community in Florida. Following a pre-recorded presentation touting the company's accomplishments and outlining upcoming projects, Disney CEO Bob Chapek addressed the backlash received from Disney not speaking out against the bill. You may recall that an internal memo was sent where it basically said, "Hey, we support you, we're just not going to say that to people." Chapek said that he phoned Florida Governor Ron DeSantis this morning to express his concerns about the bill. Ron DeSantis seen here yelling at students for wearing masks last week. DeSantis heard those concerns, said Chapek, and is open to meeting with both Bob Chapek as well as 4 LGBTQ identifying members of the senior management team in Florida. Chapek also said that the company had been lobbying against the bill behind the scenes. He then announced that Disney would be signing on to a human rights campaign initiative supporting LGBTQ rights, as well as donating $5 million to similar causes. Now, this seemed like a fine run-of-the-mill reversal from the company and was as expected, and I was satisfied. Then the shareholder Q&A came up. After the reading of a beautiful letter from someone that was involved in the college program at Disney and was upset at the lack of inclusive initiatives that have actually been put into action, we got to this guy who just is very unhappy that there's going to be a Pride Parade and Pride Months and gay days at Disney. He cited his dismay with the fact that the company is looking for an openly trans young individual to play a role, and basically said that the LGBTQ identities are a political issue that the company shouldn't get into. Chapek responded by saying that it's hard to thread the needle on political issues. It's not really that hard, Bob, when we're talking about people. We're not talking about issues, we're talking about people and the company's support of these people in the LGBTQ community, of which I am a part. In response to a question about what Chapek hopes to get out of his meeting with Ron DeSantis about this bill, Chapek went on to give a glowing review of his conversation with the governor this morning. Apparently, they talked about the genesis of the bill as well as the process, and said that DeSantis really wants to just figure out what the most concerning aspects of the bill are. How about the whole damn bill, Bob? Chapek said that DeSantis wants to make sure that the bill's language doesn't get weaponized. What's fascinating is that this governor, who has said from the beginning that he would sign the bill, could have raised any of these concerns earlier on when other people were pleading with him to do something. This is the same governor whose press secretary referred to opponents of the bill as groomers, whatever that means. I also find it difficult to trust this governor after last year he vetoed support funds for the victims of the Pulse massacre from a few years back. LGBTQ people are not political issues, they are people. When given the chance to quit the bullshit and speak up today, Chapek contradicted himself and failed the thousands of LGBTQ employees that he had just touted in an inclusion video moments ago. Actions speak louder than words, and Chapek only cares about the bottom line: people over profits.